With just a few days left in 2018, we are taking a look back at the year in local business and economic development. And as you know, each month we have guests on from the New Orleans Business Alliance, which is a public-private partnership which oversees economic development for the city. And joining us this morning to look back on 2018 is Quentin Messer, Jr., the president and CEO. What's going on, Quentin? How you doing?
Good morning. Hey, thanks for having us. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Good to have you on. And so just tell us, how would you characterize 2018 as far as business and economic development in the city?
2018 was a great year for the city for economic growth. Obviously, there's still a lot of work that remains to be done, but there are a couple of things that are important for viewers and all of us to note. One, our ability to accelerate the diversification of our economy by growing our tech sector is really on pace. We saw that with a couple of big wins. Hopefully we get to talk about DXC Technology, Accruent Technology, companies that have national and international footprint deciding to have offices here.
Yeah, let's just start out with the tech industry, because there are some other new businesses too, but when it comes to the tech industry, that's been pretty crucial because of the amount of new jobs it's attracted, correct?
Yes, not only the amount of new jobs, but the fact that it allows us to keep and win with millennials. I mean, we are a university city, so we have great universities, and we are now able to retain those young people once they graduate. Many of them say, hey, I would love to stay in New Orleans. And now we have the tech industry, those jobs to help us keep them here.
So we mentioned those companies, those new tech companies, but there are also some other new sort of economic developments as far as other companies. What are some of the other companies that have been coming to New Orleans?
Yeah, some of the other companies that have been coming to New Orleans are smaller companies in the healthcare, digital health space. We had a company, Allergy, that really came to us through our New Orleans Health Innovators, which is a partnership with the Ochsner Health System and Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana. And we also have current companies that are incumbents here in New Orleans that are growing, like Big Easy Bucha and others that are growing and adding jobs. In fact, Big Easy is going from 49 jobs to 100 jobs, and that's real important because Big Easy, for example, hires a lot of local talent, and that's a big part of the success here, making sure that we develop our local talent.
And I want to circle back on something that you mentioned earlier that I think is really key with this, is the idea of bringing people home, you know, that maybe had to leave for obvious reasons, bringing them home and coming back and being able to work in New Orleans. Why is that so important for this city and for, you know, what we are about as a city?
No, I think it's a great question. So it's critically important for three reasons. One, you're only as good as your talent. And we don't want to continue to be a net exporter of talent. New Orleans has tremendous higher institutions of higher education, and people want to come home. People want to be in New Orleans. And so we now have an economy that's increasing its diversification to provide them opportunities to grow. Secondly, a lot of people come back and become entrepreneurs. And the key to any successful economy is really having great small business growth, because every company started off as a small business. So if you can have more and more of them opening, you have a greater opportunity for more and more small business. And last, you know, people during the holidays especially don't want to get on planes to see their loved ones. And New Orleans is such a phenomenal place, and we now have an economy that is beginning to support who we are culturally.
Excellent. We've got about 30 seconds left. Why don't you just give us a little bit info on some of your goals for 2019? You know, 2018 was a good year. What's sort of the goal for 2019?
2019, big picture, there are 4 areas of growth we really want to focus on. 1, continued business attraction and retention. 2, we really want to focus on talent development, increasing our work and workforce development. 3, small business development. Last, strategic neighborhood development.
All right, Quentin Messer, Jr., thank you so much. And we've got some information here for you on their website. It is, wait for it 1 second here, it is the New Orleans Business Alliance. Their website is nolaba.org. You can get more information on all the work that they've been doing. Quentin, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have a lot more coming up after the break.